Hey, I just got off with a client. They always want to know what my personal experience was. I'm remarried after being widowed for 17 years. And main issues that I find we have in these new relationships after loss is three things. It's always these three things that make relationships after loss more complicated than they have to be and not really aligned with what we wanted them for in the first place, right? Prime example. First thing, after loss, we want peace. But you know what? Our trauma and our sadness and our grief gives us? It gives us all this compassion for other people that are also going through maybe grief and trauma. We understand brokenness and financial hardship and second chances. We become the big proponents for second chances. And sometimes it causes us to see who somebody can be next because we have that hope for ourselves that we can be something more, something better, something bigger, something healed, something just promising next. So we see it in other people and we want to pull it out. We want somebody to go on this journey with us, arm in arm with us, right? And we have to ask ourselves, did I fall in love or am I falling in love with this person as they are right now? Or the potential of who they could be to me, to themselves, and in their future? Am I so in love with the idea of next? Am I so lured in by the idea of there being a second chance, a new chapter, newness, somebody that can be for me what I'm missing and I can be for them what they're missing? Like this whole urge to complete a puzzle, to finish a story, to turn the page, to create a new chapter. It's intoxicating, right? And so that's what we need to ask ourselves. Am I in it for who this person is right now and how they make me feel right now, or the potential? The next thing, when you want partnership, right? Because all the burdens are on you, all the decision making, all of the parenting, all of the money, all of the hard stuff, it's all on you. And so the first thing you want is an alleviation of that all on me, right? Even if it's just emotional support, right? And so you set out for partnership, just a companion, just somebody to share the thoughts about what you're going through with, right? And you wind up with more responsibility. Is that a thing? You've already carried everything once. The last thing you need is another adult who creates more work for you, who hasn't been through what you've been through. Not to say that you should go looking for somebody who has, but when you find somebody who hasn't, this is kind of part of that baggage that they have, where you're over here thinking that you have all this baggage of grief and all this baggage of loss and all this baggage of kids and experiences. Their baggage is that they have none of that. They don't have the experience that comes with it. They don't have the compassion that comes with it. They don't have the understanding and the clarity and the ability to carry you in the way you need to be carried unless you teach them how. Do you have the capacity for that kind of patience to walk somebody through the learning of what it takes to carry you when you're already busy learning it, when it's new to you, right? Do you have the capacity to teach somebody else how to love you? And how to, not because you're difficult, but because you have what they don't have. You have experiences and things that they don't have. And then many of us step back into the role that we know best when it comes to teaching someone how to love us, because even though we did this with our partner before, and that's the kind of the part of the fear of starting all over. We did this already, right? The fixing, the managing, the carrying, the leading, the rescuing, we did that already. But because we know how, do you find yourself sliding back into that role with this new person? Do you have to manage them? Do you have to lead them? Do you have to show them? Do you have to kind of coddle them a little bit? And are you treating them with kid gloves because you're afraid they can't handle or hold what you've got, right? Is that really alleviating the burden, or is that basically creating another burden? Just asking. The alignment question here is this relationship making my life more complicated or more stable? Am I excited about the social aspects of this complication more so than I'm interested in the peace and the stability of rebuilding things on my own? Just asking. Okay, last thing. Biggest red flag, biggest issue that happens when a widow person looks for a relationship is that they want security, but they confuse familiarity with safety. Okay, let me explain. After trauma, Our nervous systems normally seek out familiar chaos, and we see it as normal. So where we may have had trauma or drama, when we see somebody else going through it, we tend to kind of link arms. We tend to excuse it as not trauma, not chaos. I deal with that too. I understand that. And instead of getting the safety and security we're looking for, we're just adding on or inviting in more chaos, right? Just because the chaos is the same doesn't mean it's not heavy. If drama feels familiar, if walking on eggshells feels familiar, if over-functioning feels familiar, if hypervigilance feels familiar, familiar isn't the same thing as healthy. Sometimes our marriage had things in it that because of our grief, we're not ready to admit were bad or toxic things. And so we see them in other people and latch on to the familiarity, the safety of feeling, well, I know what to expect here. Alignment asks a different question. Are you aligned with what it is you want in the future? Are you aligned with the things it takes to do right now to get to that future? Does it align with the life I'm praying for? That's a very different answer. It doesn't always line up with, do I love this new person? Do I have feelings for this person? Do I care for this person? Do I think they love and care for me? Those answers have nothing to do with each other. And a lot of times, because love is the biggest thing we feel like we lost, stability and security are the things that we feel like we lost. As soon as we think we see them again, the alignment with what we want in the future, the alignment with something healthy, the alignment with something that is calming and secure is the things that we're actually looking for, and not just dressed up as it because it looks familiar. We miss the mark on what it is that we were praying for and looking for. We settle for what looks familiar. And I'm using dating as this example because that's where God taught me the lesson. But this actually can go with any relationship. Friendships, families, work, ministry. Does this relationship bring me more peace or more confusion? Do I love who I am with this person and around this person? Am I building a future, or am I managing the crisis of loss? If nothing changed about this person, would I still choose this relationship 5 years from now? The takeaway from this is that peace isn't something we hope a relationship will eventually give us. It's something we should be able to recognize from the start. I hope that helps. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. Bye. Hey, it's Maya and Dion. If you liked that video and it was helpful for you, comment below and check out some of my other videos about solo parenting and all things widowhood. Thanks for watching.